We are all becoming more aware of where our food is coming from. Now the trend is, where are flowers coming from? So we're visiting White's Creek Flower Farm. We have a great treat today. We're going to be picking flowers for farmers market. And right in front of us is some Rudbeckia and Queen Anne's lace. And here's our flower farmer, Laura Fott. Hello. Hey Laura, tell me a little bit about how you got started in flower farming.
Well, I come from a farming family in Oklahoma. The best times of my childhood were spent on my grandparents' farm. But I spent 20 years in the performing arts, and when I quit performing to raise my son and help my husband start a business, I was trying to figure out what to do. And I was out planting roses one day, and my husband came out and said, "You look so happy." So I Googled the phrase flower farm, and that's how I got started. And I found out that it was actually a thing, that people were raising flowers to sell at local markets.
There's thrillers and fillers. Tell me what you're growing here. I see a beautiful yellow flower here.
This is called Centaurea macrocephala, or Armenian basket flower, because when the bud first comes out, it looks like a little basket. And then a little piece of gold comes out, and then there's this fuzzy explosion of thistle-like flower that comes out.
I also saw some beautiful foxgloves, which you are having luck with. I do not have luck with, so I'm very envious at this point. Do you have any hints why you are lucky with it?
We're approaching the Highland Rim. We're already a little higher than Nashville here, and I think there are just some things that grow better here than actually grow down in Nashville, like the larkspur and the foxglove. They also like this little bit of shade here that they get.
Tell me a little bit about when you go to farmers market, are you taking just buckets of flowers then?
Buckets of flowers.
And at the farmers market, they can have you create a bouquet by just saying, make me a pretty bouquet.
Right.
Or they can actually choose stem for stem how they want it to turn out.
However they want to buy my flowers, I will make it happen.
We're standing by some very cute little teepees with some dahlias. You were telling me about different support systems you use. You use the teepees, and what was the other thing you had as well?
Hort netting, and then I've also used some T-posts. So just farm fencing, and just, but here where it's obvious, where people can see, I wanted it to be pretty, and I just think these look kind of romantic.
And since you are a farm, can you kind of elaborate on how you get your beds started? You've got some drip irrigation going on here, how you amend your soil in the spring, and what you top dress it with, your perennials?
Yes, I use worm compost as the amendment. We have chickens and we have goats, and I use their offerings that they leave us and compost those. And we harvest a lot of the leaves on the property and mulch those and let those age. And I have also bought leaf compost from the Bordeaux mulch facility that the city provides. It's a municipal service. It's $14 for a yard. And so really those are the only things that I use. That, and I foliar feed with fish emulsion.
All right, Laura, we're standing in front of some beds here that aren't very pretty, but there's a definite purpose. Tell us about that.
Well, we're growing some cover crops here. We're going to put daffodils in here in the fall, and so we don't have anything here right now, but we didn't want to leave the ground bare. So we've put buckwheat in this row, we've put clover in that row, and here, and this is crimson clover, and here we've put a mix of the two. We're just trying to figure out what is going to grow best in this lighting situation, which is a little bit difficult. The nice thing about these cover crops is that we can also harvest the flowers and use those in bouquets while we are improving the soil.
Yeah, that crimson is a beautiful, beautiful color.
It's just gorgeous.
Yes, yes.
Mm-hmm.
And I see that you have some peonies that have already spent their flowers and are just working on making next year's flowers for us.
They sure are. They were beautiful this year, but they're gone now.
Laura, we've neglected to mention any grasses, and here we are. We have a beautiful grass. What is this?
This is called ruby silk, and in a bouquet it would be the spiller. It's the nice, it gives the bouquet a lot of lovely movement.
And it's wispy.
It's very wispy, and I just think it's so pretty.
Tell me a little bit about your love for natives and heirlooms.
Well, natives, they're intended to grow here. So if you grow what grows here naturally anyway, or some variety of it, you're just going to have so much more success, and it's, good for the environment and beautiful in the vase. This is called Queen of the Prairie, Philipendula rubra. And it's really tall and has a beautiful fuzzy pink head on top. And then there's some milkweed and goldenrod, Here's Rudbeckia and coneflower.
Some beautiful glads that are opening. Some of your lilies are starting to open. Some of the zinnias are performing this morning for us. Laura, you have shown us a lot, taught us a lot, and even a homeowner can be a flower farmer if they choose.
That's very true.
That's how you started.
That's
right.
right.
That's inspiration for a lot of people. Thank you so much for showing us your flower farm today.
Oh, thank you for coming. Well, Sherry, since the last time you were here, we've grown quite a bit. This is the creek bottom garden, and we have doubled the size of it, and in addition have built this greenhouse that has enabled me to start seeds very early in the season. And this is the Wayback Garden. It wasn't even here when you visited last time. We've added all these rows, and we have several new things that we're growing. The red here is the hibiscus mahogany splendor. The dianthus here, we have 3 different kinds of dianthus. There's cardiospermum, which is called balloon vine. Yes, and even though we've got lots of flowers here, what I'm really all about is growing the soil. If you have healthy soil, the flowers and the foliage are a beautiful byproduct of the healthy soil and all the organisms that live in it. And I'm even more today a very strong advocate for permaculture, no-till, and organic methods in growing flowers.
For inspiring garden tours, growing tips, and garden projects, visit our website at volunteergardener.org or on YouTube at the Volunteer Gardener channel, and like us on Facebook.